Hello, everyone. Shanique is not doing the intro today. Welcome to the Echo Underground podcast, where we talk about movies, music, TV shows, whatever else we find interesting. And today's podcast.
Did you introduce us?
Fine, if you don't know who we are yet, this is Mike.
I'm Shanique.
And we only do one take. Moving on.
Basically.
This podcast will be on the recently released movie American Sniper.
No.
What?
It's American Assassin.
Damn it, American Assassin. Yes, it's American Assassin.
The one with Brad.
I know, you're right. Listen, man, they're all American. American Assassin. Big difference with the movies, though. Admittedly, two completely different movies for reasons we're about to get into. Now Shanique, where did this movie fall on your scale?
I'm gonna give it a solid B plus.
Oh yeah.
Only reason it's not an A is because there were things that were just too fucking slow for me. Like, I felt like I was waiting a lot, but I think sometimes you needed to wait to really get where the main character's head was at, to understand a lot of the characters. A lot of the silent moments in the movie helped the characterization. But sometimes I was like, I'm not really a big fan. If we ever do Daredevil as a podcast, you will probably hear the same complaint.
Yeah.
I don't like sitting there watching every moment and just waiting for you to do something. And then sometimes in this movie, you would wait and nothing would happen. It would just go to the next scene. Because they just wanted to show them just chilling. I don't know. It's a artistic choice that I don't particularly like in any type of movie. Maybe because my brain is always on, but it just doesn't work for me. If you do it too much, it will take me out of the movie completely. Gotcha. But this movie had a healthy balance, but sometimes I thought it could pick up the pacing a little bit.
Okay, I can see that. I mean, by the way, full disclaimer, I don't do the intros too often, so give me a break here. All right? kind of like my second day on the job here, but okay. Yeah. But as far as the movie goes, I would probably give them like a low A, to be honest. Like, I didn't really have too many problems with the movie itself, other than like the plot was a little weird in some areas, which we'll probably get on top of in a little bit. But as far as like the slow exposition, I'm not it doesn't bother me as much because you balance that out right, then I'm okay with it. And considering how fast the movie started, I was like, maybe we do need just tap the brakes a little bit. Cause I like these guys like terrorists on the beach, like how in let's say like
spoilers.
So yeah, spoilers ahead. Sorry, second day on the job, I forgot to do that. You know how like in some zombie shows or zombie movies, they not only do they shoot the zombies to make sure they fall down, but they go up to the zombie and shoot them in the head to make sure they stay down. I call that double tapping. Now, when it comes to double tapping human beings on screen, one is probably one of the darkest things I can see in a movie, especially when it's like terrorists on innocent civilians. And that stuff was like, it was so fast for me that I was like, the slow parts were good for me because I was like, I need a breath. Give me a second. Like this the main character is he just proposed to his fiance, and not 2 minutes later is she getting double tapped by a terrorist, like right above her, making sure he didn't even kill the guy, the main character, so he can see it happen in front of him, just to add a little bit of insult to injury. So there was that. Now, see the fast parts of this movie, I feel like they live up to all the hype that I thought like come out with a lot of big blockbusters, because this guy is like a younger, much angrier, Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Much younger, much angrier. But yeah, I thought this movie was cool. Definitely worth an A- in my book. I don't feel like it's as big as it is right now because people are talking about like Mother and It. But like I'm still in action movie blockbuster mode for the summer, so I'm good. It's not Halloween season yet for me.
Essentially. Okay, so let's go with the categories. Even though technically you're supposed to do the moderate.
I was supposed to do the intro. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping it strictly intro right now.
Okay, fine. But what was I'll go first then. My favorite character in this entire movie, and like, is actually well, I have only Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with Harley.
Mm-hmm.
He is very experienced. He's a hard ass, and he made some mistakes because I think he learned from what happened with his last protege, Ghost, where he was like, "Oh, you get left behind, yada yada." But if they survive, they will get pissed.
Yeah.
And I like that he learned from that and went after Mitch and was like, "You know what? You're still a person and need to care that something happened to you." And I like his experience. I liked that he was very honest about what this job means, and it's not always fairy tale. And sometimes you don't always win.
That's very true.
And I think Mitch kind of still needs to learn that he won't always win. And he needs to follow some fucking orders.
Yeah.
But he's on his way. He's not Ghost. And he'll never be that because of his fiance. And I think what he's learning from Harley. What about you? Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character is actually, not very often do I do this, but my favorite character is actually the main character. Now, I feel like he had way more than a motivation. Like, I know at one point there's like the director who's like, essentially recruiting him to work with Harley. And she was like, yeah, there's no better motivation than having your wife killed in front of you by terrorists to want to kill terrorists. And I was in the theater like, get damn straight.
Yeah.
Because he played no games. I think it was 18 months straight after it happened. He's been working on trying to like infiltrate this one terrorist cell that he knows,
yeah, he got killed, started working out, and then was just working on, killing the terrorists.
Yep, and he was putting in the work for it too. Like, I can respect that kind of resolve. Like 18 months straight up, train himself how to fight in the UFC. Train himself how to track down terrorists. I don't know if he knew a language prior to that, but apparently he knew like I don't know if it was like Italian later in the movie and
whatever that Middle Eastern language.
Yeah, like one of the Middle Eastern languages over there, and I was like, yeah, man, this guy is on a mission, and I respect that. I respect the main character because he conveyed a guy with that kind of motivation. Like, it was a very strong conviction, and he showed it on screen. I would say though that Harley is a close second for me because, and strictly only for the torture scene where Ghost is torturing him. I was like, this guy
is so dark.
This
for the torture scene.
Well, yeah, because he handled it like a boss. Do you know? Listen, it takes a lot to make me cry. I'd have probably been pissing my pants the whole time.
Yeah, like, what is that? What was that metal thing that was squeezing?
It's a vice. Like what happened is like you wind it and it crushes whatever's in the middle of it. So he just held it just crushing his hand the whole time.
Oh.
So the entire time you have like a big ass pincer with flat ends just pressing against you while you're getting electrocuted, punched in the face, burned. And then
when did he get electrocuted?
When he threw the electric clippers in the water where his feet was in.
Oh yeah. And I remember him being hanged.
Yeah, and then on top of that, he's such a badass that he bit the dude's ear off.
Well, the earlobe.
Like, bit it off and chewed it for the screen. Like, the camera shot of that was like, you are the real deal. I don't want to mess with you no time soon. And you know this guy is serious because he's beating up all of his students in his little training camp thing.
Yeah.
Kicking their asses flawlessly. But yeah, definitely I'll give it because I'll give the conviction vote and my favorite vote to Rappaport. Mitch Rappaport, yep.
Or what do they call him? Rapp?
Yeah, Rapp. We'll give it to Rapp. If you hear us say Rapp, we're talking about Mitch.
Basically. So, okay. My thing with Mitch was he was getting on my nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
It was times where I'm like, nigga, sit the fuck down. Like, I get why he went after Ghost in the first mission that fucked up. I get it then. I even get why he went after Harley. But some of those times when he was just running around and stuff. But we'll get into that. I was just like, yo, sit down. This thing could be a lot smoother if you would just calm your shit.
Right.
You supposed to be like a spy, a secret agent type person. You don't even care about being secret.
Right.
You just point guns in public. You don't even care. But he's learning and he's a newbie, so I understand.
I mean, even the other newbies that were with them on the first mission, even though granted one died, they all kept like incognito as fuck. Except the guy that died, he had like a serious ass face on, and like he just walked straight up to the to pass Ghost.
Well, you know what it was is that he moved like a like one of those secret agents for like the president.
Yeah,
that's
like
exactly what he
guy.
looked like.
Yeah,
and
he was not blending in.
But I feel like if it was Mitch, Ghost would have noticed him too. He just would have lived because it's his movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Plot
Like I think, yeah, because I think had Ghost not looked at that thing and saw that guy's Russian, it would have been fine.
Yeah,
he just happened to see it, and I'm sorry. Rest in peace. What was his name? Vince.
I think so. Yeah.
He looked like a Vince. It might not even be Vince. I could be lying. I don't remember liking him. But, so what about favorite scenes?
Favorite scenes?
I'm going to go. I have a couple, actually. One is actually the first training session Mitch had at the boot camp with Hurley, and he was fighting that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And the other people like kicking him and stuff. To make him understand, you got to keep him around.
Right.
I thought that was really good.
It's a one-on-one fight, but yeah, always assume there's someone else there trying to kick your ass or something like that.
Yeah. And Mitch was handling a guy bigger than him because Vince was not a small dude. He was bulkier and he was taller than him, and he was handling. But he couldn't handle Hurley because Hurley's a beast. Yeah. But
nobody can handle Hurley. Sorry.
He almost choked him with like the thing.
Yeah.
Now, is his name really Hurley or is it Harvey?
No, it's Hurley.
Oh, Hurley.
I thought it was Hurley at one point. Like
Hurley, yeah.
Okay, it might be one of the two.
It's one of these names. We're just gonna say.
If you see the movie, you know who we're talking about.
Yeah, because they kept saying his name so quick, you didn't really hear it. But he was really good, and he played the Vulture in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So Michael Keaton, I think his name is.
That's it.
So Michael Keaton was really good. That scene really showed that this was not a camp to fuck with.
Oh yeah.
Another scene I liked, which surprised the shit out of me, was when Mitch attacked that girl in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I mean, she turned out to be on the right side, but he attacked the shit out of her. Like, it was so random. Because, like, even though I caught it, because she said Ghost's name, and no one told her about Ghost. So I was like, you fucked up. And I caught it, and I shouldn't have been the one that caught it. It should have been a surprise.
Bad spy.
But I caught it almost immediately. And then another scene actually is the scene on the beach in the beginning. Okay. That was very surprising. It wasn't really surprising because the trailer gave it away. I just didn't expect it to come so soon. I thought it would be like a flashback. No, we started right there and then we flashed forward. And I was like, okay. I saw how bad the scene would be based on the trailer. So I wasn't surprised how gory necessarily it was because they showed the body flying and him screaming and stuff. But I didn't expect it so quick. They throw you in. You think it's fine, and if you saw the trailer, you know it's coming. If you didn't, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? So I thought that was a really good scene, very good acting by Dylan O'Brien, and I don't know the actress that he was with, but they were a very cute couple. Very cute proposal that happened on the beach too. Yeah. And then niggas just started getting shooting up. And what's also weird? I hate this thing, but I feel like when you're in shock, you don't think right. But these niggas were running in the fucking, they're running towards the beach. No, these niggas are coming from the beach. So why are you running towards it? Yeah, they literally came off of the boats on the beach, which kind of fucked with me too. I'm like, y'all saw, if anyone was paying attention, you'd realize they just came off of a boat in the water. Like, if they came from, behind the bar on land, I'd understand. But they were already from the water. Unless there's no, there were more. There were people coming from the beach, right? Mm-hmm. And then was terrorists coming that way too. Oh, okay. They hit them on both sides. I mean, I don't know. I'll be trying to find someone to cover. I'm still not running toward the beach. I'm running sideways on the other side of the resort. Mm-hmm. Unless they come from there too, then I'm just fucked. Yeah. But I'm not running towards the beach because there's an army of them coming offshore and they're hitting quick. For real, I'll be playing dead. Or if I'm on the beach, I'm running to the other side of the beach. Yeah. Because they were coming from the water, at least. So I'm just trying to do that. But, a bullet. I'm not faster than a bullet. I am not the Flash. I ain't about to outrun that shit. Nope. But I'm going to try, Mm-hmm. And I was surprised Mitch survived. Maybe the little plot device that he was left alive. Yeah, he got shot twice, I think, too. Once in the leg and once in the back. Yeah. But it's so weird. His girl should have been ducking a little bit, but I can't blame her for what happened because she was probably in shock and they wanted to find each other. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was definitely looking for him. She ran back towards away from the beach pretty much, and then that's where she got caught up. Yeah, and they found each other, but then she got shot immediately after they found each other. Yeah, several times. So that was kind of sad. But those were like my favorite scenes. I'll get to the climax later, but what were your favorite scenes?
Well, I'll start with one of my first because I'm big on the conviction right here. But the scene where like they were doing the virtual reality training.
Yeah.
Now that scene was cool because Hurley was dicking around with Mitch on purpose, showing him like a picture of the terrorist that shot his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. While he's supposed to be like in for somebody else during the AR exercise. Now during this AR exercise, if you shoot the wrong person, you get electrocuted. Now, it didn't matter how many goddamn times he saw this terrorist. He shot him over and over again, and as you can imagine, he got electrocuted over and over again.
Yeah, burnt more.
Now, one of the other guys, he got his suit went off so bad. The electrocution suit that they're all in went off so bad that smoke came out of it. Now, he wasn't even in that part of the training session as much because like you can quit. Mitch never quit. I think he used every bullet he had.
Yo, that black dude was like, "Fuck this shit," and he walked away.
He was the first one out. I was like, "Damn, you wouldn't even really try that hard, homie. What happened?"
That's because you weren't electrocuted.
I mean,
you would have quit too. You would have quit. Let's cut that bullshit right now.
But yeah, I don't know. That was one of my favorite scenes. That was kind of dope. And another one of my favorite scenes was the dog scene. With the dog was like chasing him, he shot the dogs in the car.
Oh yeah. That was.
Now I think dogs are one of those things in spy movies that like it's a different element from humans because one, you don't really want to kill him on screen because everyone says if you kill a dog on screen, you're the real bad guy. But it's like
I'm shooting that dog. I'm sorry. That dog got to go. Only reason Mitch didn't shoot the dog is because he was trying to be incognito. Mm-hmm. But if I'm not, and that dog trying to kill me, I'm picking me. I guarantee you. I don't see no other way out.
I mean,
boom.
You know how they say sometimes like no animals were hurt in the creation of this production. If this is Shanique's movie, animals got hurt.
Shooting the dog.
Animals got shot, stabbed, and thrown.
Okay, not like just shot. Not stab and throw.
I mean, if you only got a knife, then you probably gonna stab that dog.
Okay, I'm stabbing it. That's not the point. I'm picking me over the dog. Anyway.
That was one of my favorite ones. Another one of my favorites was the one that's from the trailer. This is my last one. The one from the trailer, and obviously my torture scene. The one from the trailer was pretty dope, where they were in the hotel getting the physicist. Mm-hmm. That was pretty dope because holy shit, there were a lot of fucking headshots. Hurley got some action in. The female spy got some action in. Stabbed the shit out of this one guy's foot and stepped on the knife.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, he's had enough. I get it.
Nah, that nigga trying to get him. I'm stabbing that nigga too.
Yeah, and Mitch showed off what he had. I was like, yeah, everybody getting killed in this one. Even Ghost was there. Ghost had a little weird escape plan where you just jumped out the window onto a flagpole.
Ghost was like doing some major
Ghost
stuff.
needs his own movie. If he wasn't like a bad guy trying to blow up the world with fucking nukes and shit, but I thought that was cool though. That was dope. That scene was nice, worthy of being in the trailer. If I was doing a trailer for this movie, I'd definitely have thrown that one in as well. And yeah, those are my favorite scenes.
Okay, that was pretty good. You know who Ghost is? Have you seen? Was it Battleship with Rihanna?
I know what you're talking about.
He's the main guy. Okay. He's the main guy from that movie.
Okay.
And he was in that other shit. What is it called? Friday Night Lights, the TV show. Okay. He was in there too.
Gotcha.
And he's someone else. Like he's a really famous character. I can't remember off the top of my head. But those are the first things that I thought of.
I mean, he did the part justice. I'll give him that much. He was kind of a... He was like, one of the trainees gone bad. Like, the trainees are already, like,
I think,
inherently badasses.
Like, I understand his anger.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you give your life for, like, because even the army goes back for you.
Yeah.
And, like, I understand what you signed up for, but at the end of the day, they still people. Mm-hmm. And if they survive, they're gonna be freaking pissed. They're not gonna, especially, did you see his body?
The scars on his body told the truth, yo.
He lived through that. And y'all didn't even care. Mm-hmm. And then you tried to kill him. Mm-hmm. Well, probably after he did shit, though. Because, I don't know, would they have tried to kill him if he came back normally? Who knows? I don't know. I doubt it. Unless they think he told stuff.
Yeah, I mean, unless he's like a loose end, right? If he's a loose end that needs to be tied up, then
that even worse. Then hey, go
yeah,
for it.
We gotta kill. Yeah,
I get you, Ghost. I completely get you. You went a little too far with the nukes, but I understand.
Yeah, that was a little bit extra.
I would have went just after the guy who left me. I would have not if I was that crazy, and I would just went after them. I wouldn't have tried to blow up the United States. Well, not the United States, but
like a fleet of ships.
Yeah.
Which is where I don't want to jump around too much here, but this is where my plot problem comes in, because it's I get it, he's doing it to piss off Hurley specifically, which is why he didn't even kill Hurley, because he killed everybody in that room, the physicist, the guys working on it, the Israeli representatives or whatever, not Israeli, sorry, Iranian representatives, and he killed everybody. No, I'm going to do this to make sure you can see your failure in action. That's a little bit of an elaborate bad guy motivation. But I get it. What? But my thing is too, if you really wanted to even go down that route, you're aiming for just a fleet of ships. Worst case scenario would be fallout from the nuclear, but
well, here's my thing. To say that he can blow up all these people and kill these Americans, that would be the biggest slap to the face to Harley, because it's you trained him to do this. Yeah. That's what it was all about. Yeah. It wasn't and they were really worried about it too. So, and I think it was one of their top ships and stuff like that. So I got why he was doing this. My thing is, there were certain times I was you should be dead though. Yeah. There were times, but that's what all action movie is. Any Mission Impossible movie, any Jack Reacher movie, any of the Fast and Furious movies, especially the Fast and
Furious movies. Oh my god, crawling with them.
They all should be dead. Oh
yeah, without a doubt.
But then again, I think about it. There was a stunt person who did this, and they're alive. So maybe not. But they also have wires and shit, and these versions are not probably on wires. Some of them, sometimes they actually just in the car, just flipping.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine.
So I mean, you can survive these things.
Give me that hazard pay.
You can also die. So I mean, there were times you think that, but if you think about that, some stunt person actually did this. It's kind of okay, it's technically possible, but not, son. Only time it's really not possible when you get that CGI motion going on.
Yeah.
Then you know. But
I mean, CGI has come a long way, and sometimes it's pretty good. But sometimes you can peep it. You can definitely peep it.
But I don't mind that. I did also like the virtual reality thing, but one burn, she would be gone.
Yeah, I felt that, yo.
Yeah, when their skin was on fire and stuff. And I remember getting burned. I got burned by grease. That shit hurt. I can imagine just a lot of electricity that could light your skin on fire hurting like a bitch.
I'm the way I see it, it's I'm imagining a bunch of tasers just hitting you at the same time.
Yeah.
And no matter what, you're gonna keep putting yourself in a position to get burned over and over again. I'm pretty sure that's got to leave marks at some point, yo.
Yeah, but this movie had a lot of great things for it. You know who I also like? Sanaa Lathan. She was Irene. She was really good, straight to the point. This is what I want. This is what you gotta do. Yada yada. And I like her relationship with Harvey, whatever dude's name. Michael Keaton's character, I liked that relationship. I thought it was well played that she was a father figure, but she knew to keep her head in the game. And also another scene I didn't mention that I really love was when Mitch had Harley made him watch the clip of his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he tried to buck up on him, and he choked the shit out of him. Told him get to work, and he was like, okay.
Right.
And it was like, no, we have questions. You choked me. But
right.
I'm just not meant for this life, apparently. Because I couldn't be I'm not trusting no man who choked me like that. I'm just not.
I don't trust no man or female choke me out like that. I don't give a fuck who it is.
He wrapped the wire and choked, and Mitch turned red. So he probably actually choked the actor, and that's the craziest part. Also, another thing is, how was this movie filmed? Mitch body on the beach, and then Mitch after 18 months was buff as fuck. But this movie was not shot like that. So how did that happen? He had to outline a little bit.
But he's a little on the skinny side though.
Yeah. And then he just hit that gym and was I'm like, okay. Maybe they drew on his abs, because sometimes they do that too. They did that for the Twilight movies. They just drew on his abs.
I can believe it.
So maybe that's what they did, but good job, makeup, if you did that. If it's really training like Hugh Jackman, Wolverine type training, Good job, Dylan O'Brien.
Well, you know they go through work too. Like if you look from Wolverine in the first X-Men movie to the very last one, even though he's old, you can tell this guy's built like a ship. Yo, listen, man.
Hugh Jackman did his thing.
This guy could literally start, transitioning from acting to bodybuilding if he really wanted to. But
yeah, I think he's gonna be glad to be like eating all them sandwiches and stuff. You'll be like, I'll be toned, but not buff as well. Right. No more Wolverine. Let's see. One
thing I do want to say though, at the end of the movie, that explosion from the nuke when he threw the bomb into the water. Now I don't know what a nuke looks like after it gets set off underwater. Maybe there's like a YouTube video or something like that I can watch. It look like a big explosion underwater. But holy shit. Now, it being in the water was supposed to lessen the impact of the bomb.
Still fucked them up. But they were really close.
I mean, god damn. This thing looked like the water hit the sky. And boats that are like hundreds of tons heavy. Maybe thousands. Freaking aircraft carriers and shit. Getting flipped on their sides.
It's a nuke. I expect that. A nuke could destroy a city. So
no, don't get me wrong. I get it. I'm just saying the movie made it look really damn good.
Yeah, it was really good. It was not like, some of those really bad, like, end of the world type movies. They try to do explosions.
Like 2012 and all that stuff.
2012. Worst thing I've ever seen. But it was very good. They put some extra money into it. Good job. If you're going to show a big scene like that, you got to put money in.
Definitely.
People hopefully all of them survived. We don't know, but at least the ones we saw lived.
Yeah.
But there was some underneath. I was like, you might not make it. It was reminding me too much of that oil spill. What was that movie with Mark Wahlberg and the oil spill?
Oh, Deepwater Horizon.
That was reminding me of that shit when the pipes blew in under there. I was like, they didn't make it, son. When that water hit, it hit.
I got reminded.
Also in that movie, Mitch. He was in that movie. He was the one where, like, the first time the oil came up, hit him. He was that dude.
Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He was that dude. He didn't have much lines, but he was one of those niggas.
Huh.
Yeah. He was in there.
That'd be kind of dope. Okay, that's what's up.
Not to be on that boat, though. No, that's not dope.
I got Dunkirk vibes out of it because when that one boat got blown up from the airstrike, the torpedoes. There was one boat that they were saying, one's on its side right now. We don't have a casualty report, but it could have been much worse. So I'm assuming, maybe some lives got lost. Like they didn't want to make the movie about deaths, which I guess is
not about death. There was a lot of death.
No, not about the deaths specifically of that fleet.
Okay. Everyone else, though, we don't care.
Yeah. Cause I guess they didn't want to, draw too much attention to it to make it sound like hella serious or something like that. But, granted, don't get me wrong, it was, but, they still want to keep this movie surrounded around, Mitch and Hurley, Harley.
H.
Yeah.
We gotta remember the names.
I can't believe we forget how the final fight scene between Mitch and Ghost. Which was kind of cool, like they were doing it on water.
But I didn't like it.
I liked it.
It could have been better. It was okay, I guess, but it could have been better.
I liked it because I got to see guys trying to kill each other, getting thrown around in a boat. Like they're on a boat in what's the name, freaking hard water. Like not hard water, but it's wavy water. It's not like smooth. Like they're on the lower deck, just getting thrown around. It looked pretty cool. Whatever stunt they did to make it look like that good. Kudos to that. That was pretty dope. I feel like the way he got killed, exactly how his training was told. Put the knife right, below the neck, right above the chest, and just tap it in there. Quiet, easy, probably gonna be messy.
Ew.
Yeah.
I mean, you're putting a knife through someone's throat. So of course it's gonna be messy.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway. So I tried to look up Michael Keaton's character's name because it's gonna bother me. I couldn't remember his name. I think final guess is what his actual name is.
Hurley. I think it's Hurley.
You sure?
No, it's a guess. I can't be sure.
I think it's Hurley. But yeah, but Let's see. Anyway, what I was saying, my complaint about the character, I mean, It's Hurley.
Hurley, yay!
Yeah, he win. It's Hurley. Okay, well, now we know. At the end,
the
right?
podcast.
No, that's so bad. I'm sorry.
My debut was going horribly.
Yeah, but I think like the trailers and what it turned out to be, not exactly. Cause like another thing they manipulated in the trailer was like there was a scene, the hotel, and they had someone say like terminate. And then, like, Mitch was killing these people. So it made it seem like he was following order. That's not what happened at all in the movie. He started killing those people because they saw a distraction. Because Hurley came in and there was like, boom, boom, boom. So I was like,
they got caught first, right? They got caught first.
So it definitely, like, and the trailer made it seem like, oh, they got caught on purpose. But that was just clever editing. So the trailer made the movie seem like something else sometimes. I think you need to see it for yourself. I think the action was good. Like I said, some of the pacing was slower than some action movies, but it was still a really good movie.
Right.
It's still passing. It's better than, it's probably one of the better spy movies I saw. Not spy movies, assassin movie, because he ain't spy level.
He's not all that subtle, right?
No, he's like, I'm gonna kill this dude. And let's talk about the ending. Spoiler. Most we said spoiler, but I'm gonna say it again. So at the end, Harley's recovering. He's talking to Irene.
Yeah.
Everything's good. And they're like, and this guy's gonna say, oh, I'm gonna run my mouth and talk about what the Americans were doing, yada yada. And then Mitch just suddenly appeared. And then Michael was like, oh, he's on vacation. Mitch don't take vacations. He just found the next target.
Listen, man.
I told you he was just gonna find the next target. I was like, nah, why is he there? And then they started the news, and then Hurley and Irene looked at each other, and then you see Mitch in the elevator, about to kill them all up. And I'm like, dude, no one told you to do this. Like, I get that he's supposed to be the good side of Ghost.
Yeah.
But no. Just no, man. Calm down. This is where I'm like, Mitch. Sit down.
Yeah.
Breathe. Let them give you a mission. They probably was gonna try to. You can't. He's supposed to be prime minister or whatever the presidency in that country is. You can't really kill him.
International.
But you know,
disaster.
Mitch don't care.
He tried to get into a terrorist cell. I'm pretty sure he don't give a fuck about killing the prime minister.
He don't care if he died. He don't care. He just like, I'm gonna take him as many as I can before I go.
I'm trying to fill up the other side before I get there for real.
Basically. So no. But that ending scene, vacation. Nah, he don't take vacation.
Listen, man, he ain't have no shoes on. He was on vacation.
He was scoping out the area.
At the beach.
Yes.
Underwater.
Well, I think that was kind of like partly like therapy, because he probably haven't been to a beach since she died. Especially in a foreign country. He probably definitely haven't been to a beach when he died. But he had to clear his head. He looked at pictures of his wife and it was like, I'm gonna kill this nigga. And then this went and killed the nigga. And that was it. I mean, I like the ending of the movie.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty dope.
It also left me with this, like, you didn't really learn to follow orders, though.
The whole movie.
He didn't really learn that lesson until his life was in danger.
Yeah. The only time he followed orders when he said, throw it over the boat. Throw the bomb over the boat. In which case, I'd be like, you're damn right, I'm throwing this shit off the boat. That's the only time he follows orders the entire movie.
Yeah, basically. And I'm like, but he didn't learn no lesson. Except maybe not to make things personal.
Yeah, I think so too.
Other than that, he didn't learn nothing.
I think Ghost taught him that anyway. Cause like, I feel like the boiling point for that, even though he did get caught with that with Hurley, I feel like getting caught with that with Ghost changed him. He's like, alright, I ain't gonna make it personal anymore. 2 minutes later, got a knife in his throat.
Yep.
So yeah. He learned something.
He ain't learned. I mean, that was a good lesson, but he didn't learn to take orders. Cause let's say he does kill that person. You know, America's gonna be like, who is this? I don't know who he is. I don't know.
So is that like what happens in the CIA? I thought like the guys who like do assassin type stuff were like in the FBI, not the CIA. But who knows? I don't know.
I didn't think they were. I thought they were in all forms of government.
I can believe that.
NSA, FBI. You know, 3-letter ones.
Men in Black. Everybody. MIB.
Could you imagine if we really had a Men in Black?
Yes.
That'd be cool.
I've thought about this since the first Men in Black movie. That's a whole other podcast.
That is a whole other. That'd be really cool. But yeah, Mitch didn't learn his lesson.
Yeah.
Well, he learned one lesson, but he didn't learn both of them. And they know he didn't learn because they looked at the screen and was like, oh, this motherfucker.
Right, definitely.
Any closing remarks for American Assassin?
I think it's an underrated summer hit. People are really busy right now with the horror kick because it's about to be October, so they're busy watching horror movies that aren't even all that scary. So there's gonna be a saturation of that for a while. We're not too sure if we're gonna be covering any like horror movies. We're gonna be covering like horror what?
I could tell you right now, we ain't doing Jigsaw.
No, I mean I'm just talking about like right now. I'm not really concerned about any horror movies right now. I feel like horror movies have been letting me down for a while, but. The only horror movie we're covering is Boo 2, which isn't even really a horror movie.
Madea, right? Yo, we know, okay. I'm going to give a disclaimer on that Madea one. We know it's ratchet.
Yeah.
We know it's tomfoolery. Or like one of my favorite YouTubers said, tomfoolery fucking nurture. We know. We know Tyler Perry be cooning in these movies. But it's still fucking funny, And I don't mind doing like horror thrillers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind doing that, but I haven't seen a horror movie in a long time that actually scared me. Jump scares, fine. You make a loud noise anytime, that's gonna work. But scare me because the person is scary, that's been a very long time. Jason never scared me either.
Yeah.
Or Freddy Krueger or Mike Myers. I was like...
The last movie that scared me was Deep Blue Sea, and that was in the 90s, I think.
How did Deep Blue Sea scare you?
Listen, man, I used to live by the water, man. I don't like sharks.
But Deep Blue Sea wasn't even real sharks. Well, no, they were real sharks.
They're not gonna be real sharks.
You know what I mean? But they were like, they were intelligent.
No, yeah, they were sharks, but like they made them smarter, pretty much. Yeah.
I don't even remember why they did that.
They were trying to I forgot. Never mind, I ain't gonna go there. I forgot too.
All I remember is the scene where Samuel Jackson was like, yeah, and then...
We gotta get along! And then, immediately eaten.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, as far as American Assassin goes, guys, check it out before it leaves theaters. It's definitely, it's not like Mission Impossible, but we do have a lot of spy action movies going on right now.
I think that in this movie, I would say American Assassin has a lot of more character-driven plots.
Definitely.
It's not really all about the action, per se. It's about, like, why is Mitch doing this? Why is Ghost doing this? Why does Hurley keep doing it?
His conviction take him over, right?
Yeah, it's really about why these people are doing this, not particularly about, I'm going to blow this shit up.
Right.
Or how much crazy shit I can get into. It's not really that type of action movie. So maybe you like it if you're tired of the old...
The old formula, man.
The old Fast and Furious over the top, like Bourne, like, I'm shooting you through 3 niggas, like those type of movies.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Kingsman, man.
Which will be on this podcast later.
That's so true.
We're talking shit about it, but we're gonna do it immediately next anyways.
That's so true. But yeah, if you're tired of that and you want a more character-driven assassin movie, I would say, see this movie.
Yeah. Not American Sniper, American Assassin.
Now he get the name right. Shade. So, guys, just leave comments. You could tweet us at Echo U Podcast on Twitter. You can also send us emails at echoundergroundpodcast@gmail.com. We are on every site. We're on sites we didn't even know.
We're on things we don't even know that we're on right now.
So, and we're all under Echo Underground Podcast. So you should be able to pretty much find us, including on Facebook as well. And you can just leave comments there, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
See
Bye.
ya.